Dylan had loved animals since childhood and dreamed of one day having an unusual pet. One day, while walking around his parents' farm, he stumbled upon something that would change his life forever. At the edge of a field, among the tall grass, he spotted a tiny opossum that seemed to have just been born. Its mother was nowhere in sight, and without hesitation, Dylan decided to take the little one in. He named her Lil Miss. The first few weeks were a real challenge. He had to feed and care for the tiny creature every few hours. Dylan dug up worms in his yard and lovingly fed them to his new friend. Lil Miss quickly grew attached to him and saw him as her mother. With each passing day, their bond grew stronger. She loved sitting on his shoulders or head, exploring the farm and enjoying her freedom. Dylan couldn't help but smile as he watched Lil Miss curiously discover the world around her. She wasn't just adorable, she was smart, too. She quickly learned to respond to commands and could even perform simple tricks. A few months passed, and the time came to release Lil Miss into the wild. Dylan felt his heart ache at the thought of saying goodbye. He gently placed her on the grass and started to walk away. But to his surprise, Lil Miss immediately ran after him, climbed onto his shoulder, and wiggled her ears softly. She didn't want to leave him. Fighting back tears, Dylan tried again to let her go. But every time he took her farther away, she would return, as if saying, "I want to stay with you." This scene repeated several times until Dylan finally realized Lil Miss wasn't just a pet, she had become a part of his life. From then on, Lil Miss would wander into the nearby woods but always came back to Dylan. Every evening, they reunited on the doorstep, and he greeted her joyfully, like an old friend. Dylan was certain that opossums were some of the most intelligent and sensitive animals he had ever encountered. Then, one day, during one of her outings, Lil Miss disappeared. Dylan searched for her all night, fearing she might be in trouble. He combed through the entire area, calling her name. Anxiety grew in his heart, but he refused to give up. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, he set out again. After hours of searching, just as hope was fading, he heard a familiar sound, a faint rustling in the bushes. Dylan rushed over and found Lil Miss stuck in the branches. His heart raced. Carefully, he freed her and held her close, tears of joy streaming down his face.